Manga. Okay, stream is started. Connecting streaming software. There it says we're live over there. I'm going to remember to actually push the cameras over. Connecting streaming software. There it says we're live over there. Okay, you can hear everything. You need to mute your thing.
I'll mute it.
Mute it. Okay, I think we are solid. You got good sound over there. I got good sound over. Hey, everybody in stream land. We're getting ready to go live here in just, or we are live, but we're getting ready to go start podcast. Okay, so let's start podcast, Jay. I say start. You get up and walk away.
Get my hat. I gotta be sponsor correct.
There he is. He's back. Okay, ready, buddy?
I'm ready.
Hey, everybody. I'm Brian.
And I'm Joey.
Welcome to the Maryland Fishing Line, episode 29. Today is Tuesday, December 8th, 2020. How you doing tonight, Joey?
I'm pretty good.
You look good.
Thank you.
I like that hat. That was a good move to go get a hat.
Yeah, I got the long hair now.
You got a point there, and you should
got the luscious
cover it
locks.
up. You know, when are you going to get a haircut?
I don't know. I kind of like when the hair flips outside the hat.
Oh, get some flow going.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it. This is a podcast, folks, where we talk about fishing throughout the great state of Maryland. The Maryland Fishing Line is a production of the Angler Magazine Chesapeake Edition. And tonight, we're going to do a little bit of a fishing report. It's getting shorter and shorter, though. I mean, it is middle of December. We're going to talk. We really don't have our own little weekly fishing adventures because you didn't fish this week, did you? I didn't fish this week.
Theoretically, no, but I fish every day.
There's a lot of stuff to talk about. And then, of course, we'll wrap everything up with this or that's. But before we get started, I would like to thank our sponsors. Waterfront Marine in Edgewater, Maryland, dealing in Robalo fishing boats, Chaparral pleasure boats, and Bennington pontoon boats. You can find out more about Waterfront Marine at waterfrontmarine.com. JMJ Firearms in Mechanicsville, Maryland. Modern Air HVAC in Mechanicsville, Maryland. Thank you, Joseph, on both of those accounts.
You're welcome.
Robin Cavallaro, a fantastic real estate agent at Remax One. Stoney's Kingfishers and Solomons, Scott's Cove Marina in Deal Island, Huntingtown Automotive in Huntingtown, and Eat Chesapeake in Dunkirk, Rosehaven, and Bowie, otherwise known as the Chesapeake Grill. You're going to find links to all of these folks in the show notes or the show description. Just make sure to let them know you heard about them here. Anything going on in the Heard with Bird? Anything going on in the live stream yet?
Phil is here.
Phil is here. Hey, Phil, how you doing? First day of hope after a week of something ugly. Don't know what that's all about. Maybe, Phil, you'll fill us in as we move along here.
Get that?
Do you know what it was? I don't understand it.
No, you said fill us in.
Oh, fill us in. I'm just so witty and I don't even know it.
Yeah,
I can't help myself. I just can't help it. So let's take a look at what's going on around the state. Everything we got to talk about tonight, I think, is really just three fish.
It's cold.
Yeah, chain pickerel, rockfish, and white perch.
Yep.
That's it. The rockfish season in the bay closes December 10th, and after that, it's catch and release only. If you're looking for rockfish trolling and jigging the channel edges and drop-offs, in 25 to 30 feet of water is a good way to get on these end-of-season fish, but you better do it quick because it's shutting down.
Oh, the old perch. Perch are hot in the 40-foot depth of water area on the hard bottoms. This is where you can find them. Double hook bottom rigs with bloodworms.
They're hot like my mouth right now.
Oh, they really?
Joey and I had Chinese food that I got up at, what was it, Laughing Buddha, Happy Buddha? I can never remember the name of that place. But you said to get
Singapore noodles.
Singapore noodles, which I had no idea were going to be as hot. And so I just did a twofer to make things easy. And man, my mouth is on fire right now. Largemouth. Deepest water you can find if you're still fishing in the ponds. Get down to at least 10 to 12 feet if possible. But man, just find the deep water in the pond.
What if it's no deeper than 6 feet?
Then you go as deep as you can.
Do you go in the mud?
No, mudfish.
You said 10 to 12 feet.
That's at a minimum. That's the water depth you're really looking for. But honestly, you're just looking for as deep a water as you can get. Rivers and larger bodies of waters, these fish are going to be holding as deep as 25 feet. So be on the lookout for them in deep water. Get your baits as close to the bottom as possible and fish those baits slow.
The snakehead, find those warmer, sunnier days that pop up every now and then, and you might find some active ones, mostly in shallow water. And then if you're not if you're fishing for them, obviously that's what we're talking about. Live minnows under bobbers is your best bet. I was thinking people gig those things too.
Oh yeah, well, especially when the water's high too. Over like in Blackwater, I know you can drive down the road when the water's coming over the road.
Yep.
You can actually just scoop them up with a net off of the road.
Oh geez.
I was just reading Phil's comment here in the live stream. Phil got the Rona. Hey. Not good, dude.
Yeah.
Not good, but hopefully are on the mend. Said his baby got it too, and a toddler is asymptomatic. Oh, good grief, dude. Oh wow. Well, get better.
Well,
Feel better.
best.
Feel better, Phil. That's no good. Looking for catfish, blue catfish right now, plentiful. Some of the best spots include the Total
Potomac.
the Tidal Potomac in the Fort
Total.
Washington area. What?
The Total Potomac.
Fort Washington area, the Benedict area of the Patuxent, and the Sharptown area of the Nanticoke. You ever fish down at the Benedict Bridge on the Patuxent? Have you ever fished down there?
Oh, I wouldn't say on the bridge, but
Well, no, I mean-
there is one hell of a catfish creek, mile or two north.
Okay.
Man,
On the Charles County side or the Calvert County side?
Calvert County side.
Okay.
I've been trying to figure out because we used to just go up there just for catfish.
Okay.
When I was really little, I used to go up there on the big boat, and I don't know how we fit in there sometimes. And when I had the little skiff, oh man, the last time I fished out of that skiff before my truck transmission blew on that drive home. That's how I ended up buying that red truck.
Yeah.
That next week, man, we had an awesome day catching catfish up there.
Yeah, I guess the access to that, there's the ramp right there at 231 Bridge.
Yeah, so probably with our propel boats, it's not a bad paddle up there.
Yeah, but it's also, you could also just beach launch right there because it's all state park now. It's all state land.
From the bridge.
Yeah.
Well,
so,
it's there's some type of access. I think it's somewhat private, like in the creek. You can find some access roads.
Okay.
But I don't think it'd be too bad. I think the last few, we're literally fishing night crawlers and bobbers.
Cool.
And there were some times with, I fished a lot with my friend Dan, and it was just, all we did was fly fish forever, every so often going up there with bobbers and worms. There'd be some times where, I don't know if I've told you, like you'd cast it, and when you cast, the bobber goes under a little bit. Mm-hmm. And sometimes the bobber will never come back up. Yeah, my dad's been out there when it's like that. And, because I love catfish. That's the only fish I really keep.
Good eating.
I love fried catfish.
And it's, blue catfish, you're supposed to keep them.
Yeah.
They're invasive. So
They were, that's just a blast.
and they fight like
Yeah.
ugh.
And they're all decent size. We'd fill up the live well really quick.
The best eating size, in my opinion, the really, really big ones, the 12, 15 pound
Anything
fish.
big doesn't taste good.
Nah.
There's 20 inchers?
Yeah. It's
Just like the rockfish?
that 4 to 5 pound blue catfish.
Yeah.
That's a perfect eating size fish, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So I drive across that 231 bridge there at Benedict, and you see people on the Charles County side, fishing underneath the bridge, just, almost every time you cross that bridge, no matter the time of the year. And then on the Calvert County side, there's the ramp, but then there's also the beach that you can actually just drive your truck right up to the water and launch a boat right there. So it seems like it'd be pretty straightforward and pretty easy. Maybe we ought to try that. Pick a day, pick a good day.
I'm wondering if I actually got marked. I love fishing that creek. That creek was fun too. It's the kind of place where if the tide was, you'd fish in the tide on like structure.
Yeah.
And there'd be some times where we have to, you're running the boat on plane to get in the back.
Yeah.
Or else it's too low. And it's so much fun zigging and zagging through the marsh.
So that wraps up the fishing report.
Yeah,
that's it. It's rockfish, it's perch, it's snakehead. If you're hunting largemouth, go for it. And
perch rock.
What's going on with you this week, Jay? Anything?
Not a whole lot. I woke up with zero desire to fish Sunday morning.
You told me you were thinking about going out.
I was thinking about it, and then I got doing some stuff. I was also worn out from work, and then me and my dad were going to rig up his Titan, but we didn't get the Yak Attack order in yet. It's supposed to be here tomorrow. So I figured half of doing the fish finder and all, it's just...
Hey, I'd be happy to throw in a hand on helping out with the rigging on that, if you're so inclined. And if you wanted to actually bring it, we could do it in my barn inside.
In your barn?
Yeah,
you got tools and stuff.
Yeah, I got everything you need. You could just back the truck right into the barn. You can roll it off onto.
Can I steal some wood while I'm in there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I mean, I got a lot of it.
You got a lot of stuff.
I got a lot of stuff.
I'll talk to my dad.
But it's inside.
Yeah.
You know, and
it'd be warmer.
You'd be warmer. You just literally drive the truck right in. Don't have to fiddle with anything, and easy peasy. And I'd love to get my hands. You know, I've been itching to
touch one of them.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get my hands on one of those boats to kind of really spend some time looking at it and see what's going on with it. But you have some other boats in the shop too, don't you?
Yeah, I say Sean came in, saw them. You came in. I got those new. We only have 3 fishing boats. We actually have 4 fishing boats. Mm-hmm. That's more than our regular inventory. Because we just have a couple recreational boats from Hurricane, which is also owned by Native. But no, that Patriot boat looks so good.
It does.
The bomb pop.
Yeah. It
boat.
looks like a rocket pop.
Yeah.
Like you'd get off the ice cream truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It looks really good. I like that better than the other one because the other one, I feel like it's just it is just the foam decking that offers that. But that red, white, and blue one is
it's good. I do love the Bonafide too. There's a lot of little bells and whistles you don't realize on that thing.
On the Bonafide?
Yeah. It's a good looking boat.
What did you show me on that one? The handle, the way the handle folds in.
The handle, you get the junk tray. The hatch goes both ways.
Oh, I really like that.
Yeah.
So what you're talking about to describe it for everybody is the hatch, the bow hatch on that boat.
It's got 4 clips, 2 each side,
and you can unclip the front and lift it up. And it would hinge in the back. Yeah. Or you can unclip it in the back and it lifts up and hinges from the front. That's really
makes it real easy to store rods. If you open it from the front and open it backwards,
because you can just slide them in.
That's what I do with my Titan.
Yeah.
I keep rods in there.
I really appreciated that. That was nice.
And then while you're in the boat, you can access it the other way.
Okay.
It's perfect.
Now I was looking at the difference because you were showing me you have the 12.
Yep.
The Titan 12.
Yep.
In the shop, and then your dad's 10.5 was outdoors, and we were looking. What I found, the only difference was in that front.
It's the front hatch. That's the only difference in those boats. Yeah. You get the extra 1.5 foot up front.
So for me, using them as fleet boats, I'm not. There's nothing stored in that boat in the front end of it anyway. So in 10.5, it's almost 11 feet. Yeah, it's a pretty stable platform. I'm not too worried about it. But that front bow hatch on that boat, it's big.
She's
nice. A lot of storage in there.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
It's almost too much. I was supposed to actually get one of those buckets that plops in there. They don't include it with the boat.
Sean wants to come over and lend a hand.
We're going to have a whole party. So we might have to cut ourselves off at 10 people.
And that dude knows how to do stuff with wood and stuff.
Oh,
yeah. You're invited,
Sean's
Sean.
very...
you're invited, buddy. You make it a party. Make it a kayak rigging.
I was actually thinking about Sean this morning. I've been looking at building my own cutting boards.
Yeah.
I like a nice cutting board. I think I just want to make my own.
My son-in-law does that. Brendan does that.
There's a couple tools I need.
He does like all the plane. He had a really beautiful work of this kind.
So you got a planer?
Yeah, I got a planer too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
That's basically the only thing I need left.
Yeah, I got a big planer.
Oh.
I got a big planer.
I bet you do. Who's bigger, yours or Brandon's?
I do.
I don't know. Sean might have a big planer too.
I'm sure he does too.
No, I was actually looking at it today. I meant to message Sean because we were talking about doing some stuff in the shop with some rod building. Cool. So rod building. Well, back on the kayak thing. Yeah, those boats are pretty cool. Phil's is in there while Phil is getting on the mend. We'll keep it in the shop. I got a really beautiful...
Phil, you're not invited, buddy. Sorry, you keep that Rona wherever you are.
Once it's all over, we'll all get together on the water. Maybe we'll fish the Baby Ridge together over the winter.
It'll be fun. You pick a good day for that. It's not tough. You go out to Sandy Point and just slide right out. Yeah.
What's I going to say? I got a beautiful orange Boondock shredder that matches that Titan 12. I got a couple for stock.
That's the Boondocks. It's the metal one, right?
It's the metal and it's much longer.
Yeah.
I didn't even use a stock rudder on my 12. I just put the Boondocks on.
Why?
I like the metal.
Yeah, I mean, because it's not going to flex.
Yeah, I felt like the rudder on the Slayer flexed a little bit, but they don't have a rudder that fits a Slayer Max because it's recessed way out.
We tried to put it on your boat when you got it. We tried to put it on there. It wouldn't work.
So I saved that lime green one and I put it on. So it looks pretty good, but No, I like having those in the store. I keep adding more boats to my preseason for next year. I'm excited. I think that's about it, kayak wise.
What are your thoughts? When next, because I have a feeling next season paddle sports for you guys is going to be as big, if not
bigger,
even bigger than. Well, I don't want to say bigger than the bike side. The bike side's huge.
Us.
No. I don't believe in that. I just think it's going to be. Well, let's say this way: it's going to be bigger than it was last year, and last year was a big year.
Yep.
So, are you going to run paddle sports out of the Leonardtown location? What are your thoughts on that? Do you have any? Or are you going to have boats in?
I'm going to try to have them both.
Okay.
I mean, I'm the kayak. Unfortunately, I think I know more than everyone on both sides.
Yeah.
So it's not. If
You're called a key man at the Patuxent Adventure Center. If you were to ask me,
how do I put it? If I have the space and it's not too much work, because I'm gonna have a lot of work this year coming up, I'll keep a good chunk of kayaks in Solomon's too. But we have the store in Leonardtown.
Yeah.
But like I said, I have over 40 or 50 boats that are my preseason coming into March or 1st April, and I already put in a June order just so it's bookmarked. They asked us to do that, so I put another 30 boats for June, and you can edit. And I'm already adding on to my April one.
So when are you gonna call them back and ask them about
yours
getting at least one of mine?
He said in December. I'm going to give it till next week.
Okay.
And
I'm not going to be.
They're usually pretty good about it.
I just know that you said that was a good thing to do, is to call them back, and I didn't know if that call was going to happen already, or if it, because if you wait too long in December, you're in the middle of holidays, ain't nobody doing anything.
So. No, I'm going to go next Monday.
I think if I can get my hands on one boat, like sometime in late January, early February, so I can start rigging it to determine exact. Because once I rig one, I'll know better what to do with the other two.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be that's kind of like my thing. So,
my dad's so I was building my dad a rod for his birthday, and I didn't tell him, but he did come over last night. I made dinner and a birthday cake, so I did show him. It's behind you.
That's what's over in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's I just need to finish wrapping it. But that's not bad. I got everything individually off of Mud Hole. I went with this. So CRB is a company. They make nice blanks and bits, custom rod builders.
Okay.
So I got a gray blank, 7-foot medium fast action.
Okay.
That'll match it.
We talked about this before. You like the 7-foot. That's like your.
I like the 7-foot for the kayak.
That's your. I like a 6.5. I don't know what it is. I've got. Yeah.
You got to fish one of my 7-footers.
Well, no, I've got a couple of 7-footers. I've got a couple of 7-footers, and I like to actually when I'm trolling, when I'm just pedal trolling for rockfish, and it actually is the go-to because you've got a little more reach on those rods, and they stick out. You got a little more clearance.
I don't know, there's something about them. I got one a few years ago, and I love it. And I got a couple like it now. So I did his. It's a one piece, so he's gonna have a problem storing that sometimes.
7-foot one. Yeah, both my 7-foots are one piece. Yeah.
No, it's gray. I got gray bits to go into it, cool. And I got some nice stainless silver,
like a little
guides.
Like a lighter gray and a darker gray kind of aesthetic thing going on.
The winding checks, the pieces that are the little rings that go around the butts and stuff, are dark gray.
Cool.
But I have two different colors. I don't know. And I got like a black thread and silver highlights.
Are you going to sign it? Do you sign it with your name when you build it?
Oh, well, I actually got Jessica's pinman. She did a bunch of calligraphy stuff over the winter or summer.
You to get Ted to make you some little stickers of your signature.
Well, the Mud Hole, you can actually get them really cheap.
Yeah.
That are set up for the rods.
Okay.
Which is what I really like is they didn't, when you buy the CRB stuff, because some rods you have like all the bull crap about the rod already on the blank, and I hate that. So they give it to you if you want to put it on.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have Jess freehand it. Like, since it's gray, I'm going to have it in white.
Oh, cool.
And then I'll write a bunch of stuff for my dad, and then, I'll epoxy over it.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a little personalized touch.
So cool. So cool.
I think the gray will look good with the gray goose.
Now we're getting matchy with our
gear. I went gray because I thought it would look good with this. Because he's got the rod storage and all, and I was like, that's going to look good in the kayak.
Yeah.
Eventually I could do another one.
Yeah. Kyle said he likes 7 foot, but a yak is 16 feet, so I need
Holy
the extra.
cow.
What in the world?
Is that like an...
That's a skiff, not a
Holy
kayak.
cow.
Kyle,
Yeah.
you need to explain yourself with that one, buddy.
I mean, 14 is huge. Is this like an old ocean kayak, or are you using like a sea kayak that you...
That's a big boat.
Actually, a nice hefty sea kayak would be good for trolling.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, tarpon. I was thinking wilderness or an ocean.
Yeah. Wow, that's a big boat, dude. Legit. So we've kind of bleeded into what I wanted to talk about. I am getting pumped about rigging my boats for the spring launch of, and I don't think I shared the name of what my guide service is going to be the last time we talked
Brian's
about
Guide Service.
Brian's Guide Service. Very creative. No.
BGS.
Don't get that out there. I thought this was cool, and this was like I was talking with you, and you influenced me with this, the Maryland Kayak Outfitters. Because outfitters from a guide service perspective, that's what I went with. And I think it works. Mm-hmm. Do you think it sounds good? It's too late now, so please
It's
just
too
say
late,
yes.
yeah. I don't know. It might interfere with my
No.
business.
No. See, if somebody actually calls, this is actually good for you.
No, I'm just kidding.
Because if somebody calls me and says, "Hey, do you sell kayaks?" I say no, but
I'll just make you business cards.
I have a very close friend of the business relationship with the Patuxent Adventure Center, and they do, and I work with them quite a bit. What are you drinking tonight? We didn't even talk about that.
I forgot what I was drinking when I drank that. When I just been chugging water all night,
And then you hit
whiskey. This is from a bike podcast listener / customer. He's a friend. It's a Wild Turkey Long Branch Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. He brought it in for us because we were talking about that on the.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Okay.
if you want an alcohol,
I want to try a finger of that, just a finger, but we'll do it between podcasts. I'll try in the next one.
It's good to have something that is smooth, but when you're used to drinking water.
So for Maryland Kayak Outfitters, and if anybody's actually been listening or, listening to us chatter and talk, what I'm getting ready to do. I'm going to get 3 native 10.5s, the Titan 10.5s with the pedal drives, and I'm going to rig them up right, Joey.
Yep.
Putting fish finders on them, putting, nothing's going to be left to chance. It's going to be first class all the way. And it's going to have everything that you're going to need to catch fish in my little home creek of St. Leonard Creek, which I'm really excited about. We have rockfish, we have perch, we have redfish, thank goodness, and they're going to come back next year stronger. I'm banking on that. Yep. Knock on all the things. Knock on all the things. The redfish are coming back bigger and badder and meaner next year. Catfish, carp, you name it. And, we've talked about this. Carp are fun to catch.
Oh, yeah. I got hooked on carp on the fly rod.
Yeah.
And that is the best.
You're witty.
Witty.
So
I think it's one of the best pound for pound fishes other than redfish you could buy.
For a fight
you could
fight
fish.
perspective.
Yeah. They're also the pickiest fish too.
So I do have my Type L. So I am going to offer optional 4-hour guide services. Yeah, it's the Type L for loser. But the boat, and this I think is kind of cool. When you come, if you want me to guide you, great. If you don't need a guide, great. What I'm going to do is give you a map of where the fish are. Everything's going to be already set in the fish finder, and the boat is yours for the day, whether you want me for 4 hours or not. You show up at sunup, you got the boat till sundown. It's not a, show up and you get 4 hours or a half a day or this or that or whatever. You come to fish, you're going to fish as much as you want during the course of that day.
I'll hire you.
And, I have Vera's right on the creek, which is just a little bit further down. Nice beach launch where you could actually pull the boat right up there, go up there, have good food for lunch, and you literally could make an entire day out of it. The creek is so beautiful. It's not a creek that has a lot of public access. I think you can.
Vera's? It's not even public.
Vera's, but I'm not sure that they really do a lot. I'm not sure what their stance is on launching or not launching. I've never seen a lot of people dropping trailer boats in there because they don't have a lot of trailer parking.
Nope.
So I have a feeling they don't let people do that. You can also go down all the way to the mouth of the creek and do a beach launch at Jefferson Patterson at the park, but then you're a little further up the river, and it's a tough launch. It's not an actual launch. You're kind of toting a boat through the bushes to get yourself down there. So it's a creek that offers very little public access, and that keeps the fishing actually really kind of prime. There's not a lot of ways to get in there, and I'm right at the top end of it where the carp and the catfish hang out, and literally from the choke outside of my pier all the way down is rockfish central. So I'm excited about it. I give it a season, see how it works, and go from there. I'm going to market it and put it out there, and hopefully people want to show up and they want to, go enjoy a day. And so say you got a spouse that wants to tag along, but she or he is not interested in the fishing side of the house. It's a beautiful creek for photography, for just being out there on the water. Sounds like it's been a commercial. I'm sorry, Joey. I'm just so excited about it.
Oh, no, you're fine.
I'm just really excited about where it's going to go. And I've got a website started, and it is mdkayak.com. I was amazed that was actually available.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Yep, mdkayak.com, or also marylandkayakoutfitters.com. You can go to either one. So I'm super excited about it. How do you think it's going to go?
I think it's going to be good. I
Yeah.
will publicize for you.
Yeah. I'm a little nervous. I mean, it's a big investment. It's a lot of money in all those boats and fish finders and Dakota lithium batteries.
You got some money in batteries. You got
got
everything.
Trust me, I've done the pro forma and the spreadsheets, and it just keeps going, oh, what about this? Oh, what about that? Putting flags on the boats, all of the little things, paddles, all of those things, they really start to add up. And the boats will be down at the water, so there's not a lot of, angst with that. Nice walk down to the water. I think it's going to actually be okay. I'm excited about it. I'm super excited about it. I know the fish are there.
Mm-hmm.
I know the fish are there. So it's just whether or not they cooperate in the season and whether or not people are interested in it. So I hope it actually works out well. So
I think you do good.
thank you. I do too. I do too. So your dad threw out a couple of things for us to talk about tonight. Do you want to dive into that, or we don't wait until another week? You want to pick one of the few things that he was talking about? What are you doing?
I was trying to show you something, but I don't know how to change the color. And how you change there you go. He asked me to talk about tackle storage while on the boat and storing the boat in the wintertime. I know we touched on storing it in the wintertime.
We talked a little bit about that.
I don't think
Not
there's
a
a
lot.
bad way if you have a common. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm not gonna leave mine on the rack down in the water. Because he actually talked to me about getting some sawhorses the other day, and I told him to hold off, especially because the hole in the Titans, it's weird. I think it's wider than the sawhorses too. I think we could put something together a little bit better with some wood,
Like what I made, my little hack.
Yeah, so we're gonna probably make a bunk system because we're gonna put the Bonafide and the Titan 10.5 over there next to his shed. You
could actually make a rack where you could stack them one on top of each other.
I was saying like a bunk thing.
Yeah.
That's pretty easy to build.
Yeah.
What it'll do is, if you do it right, you take the stress off the hull. It's not 120 degrees every day, so you're not going to do anything to the hull if you screw it up. Actually, the thing I really want, I have the Suspends heavy duty bunks or the Suspends kayak rack things. They're like they open up. How do you say it? It looks like a chair would open up, like a lawn chair thing. You'd have the poles, but it's a bunk.
Right.
And the heavy duty ones are rated to like 300 something pounds.
Okay.
It's perfect for storing the kayaks. It's about $100.
Yeah.
You can put on your time and materials. You're going to build one. I have a bunch of an order for displays, and then if people want to buy them, keeps the boats off the ground, and it just contours to whatever the hole is.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not going to leave mine on the rack down at the water. I'm going to pull it up, pull the stuff out of it. I'm hoping to use it somewhat frequently, but I'm not going to leave my stuff in it like I do now.
How important is it to cover it to keep it out of the UV?
The last thing I'm going to do is, if it's outside, I'm going to cover it. Just get a tarp.
Yeah.
Native actually they sound goofy, but kayak covers like you'd have for a boat, which they're $100 something, but I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
Like, my problem where my rack is, I get a lot of leaves and pine needles. So I really want to. I had a kayak cover on order for my Slayer, because every time I get down there, I'm cleaning all the stuff out.
You want to run that? You want to put that on the boat?
I'll put it on all the time.
Yeah.
Just so every time I pull it out.
Now I got to add that into my list too.
It's like meant for that boat. It's not a tarp. That's all. A tarp will get you by, especially for the winter. But since I'm going to constantly use it, I'll probably invest in one next year.
Yeah.
But keeping it covered, keeping the UV off of it. You can also get the stuff called, oh man, of course I forgot it now.
It'll come to you.
It's an aerospace protectant.
What's it? It's like a spray protectant.
Yeah, I want to say it has a number like I want to call it 401, like 7.
It's like a M33 or. I've heard you say the name of it.
Yeah,
before.
I've said it a lot. They have wipes and they have spray bottles, and I actually treat stuff when I'm not using it with it. It just keeps the UV off of it, keeps the color rich, keeps it from dry rotting. And it, like I'm going to take if I'm actually going to store it for more than a chunk of time, I'm going to take my seat box and all my seat and stuff out and store that separately inside.
Yeah.
So, I think that's the best thing. I think it's just finding a good place.
Hi, Jess.
Figuring out what's the best option to put I wouldn't put it right on the ground.
Kyle answered your question. 303.
Yeah, 303. I'd say it was a number. The 303 protectant. We buy a lot of it because we're a kayak shop. The wipes work really well too. One bottle, I think it's not expensive, but it'll go a long way for the everyday person.
Yeah.
And that's as you're putting your boat away, I would clean it with that.
Okay.
Scrub it down first, soapy water, and then I would wipe that over the whole thing.
Also taking out when you go through that process of even if you think you're going to be using the boat over the course of the winter, like sporadically, there's that point in time when you're pulling the boat, like what I did a few weeks ago. I pulled it up off the pier and it went back in the barn. But I took all of the mounts off, cleaned out. I put everything back, but I took it all off.
You want to do a nice big scrub.
Yeah, kind of cleaned it all out and, made sure I pulled the scuppers and pulled all the grime and everything out of there. Turned the boat upside down, tilted it up so that any I've gotten a lot of condensation. I don't have any water in my boat, but it gets condensation in there and it builds up in spots. So I had maybe like a little, a couple little handfuls of puddles of water. Yeah. And turn it upside down, let that get out of there, leave it open for a day out in the sun, let it dry. Just kind of, even though in your mind you're thinking I'm going to be using this, you're not using that boat in the winter.
Not like you were in the summer.
As much. I mean, I was on my boat just about every day in season. So that's a good thing to do as well. Just kind of break it down but I think keeping it inside for me, I mean, I'm lucky.
If you have a place to keep it inside,
I'm lucky I've got that. So
I'm sure my dad's shed we could clean out a side and put in there. I purge a lot of stuff.
And I think if you've got it covered though,
I'm personally going to keep mine in my store. I have the trailer and I have paddle sports. And I got racks feet off the ground. You
got a space where you could keep it.
Yeah.
So
and my trailer, 20-foot box trailer out back. I'll just it works. And I can access my boat pretty quick.
Yeah.
If I want to take it somewhere, because if I fish anywhere this winter, it's probably not launching from my house anymore. It's
going to be
I'll probably go like to the bridge down here, or up to the Bay Bridge or the Severn to catch pickerel.
You're picking a really good day.
Yeah.
And you're going. Like for me, you've seen my setup inside the barn. It's just on wheels. I can literally back my truck up, just wheel it around a corner, shove it in. It's at the exact height that goes right into the back of the truck. I strap it in and I'm gone. I can load my boat in less than like 5 minutes in the back of the truck. So
there's that. I think let's talk about tackle storage next week.
Okay, that's a good idea. You're talking about on-boat tackle storage.
Yeah, I got a new Yak Attack black box coming too that we can put on, we can bring here.
I have always
that'd
be fun. We could do a show and tell. Let's do a show and tell.
That'd be like QVC,
yes. Yes, and then we'll put an Amazon link so anybody can go and buy it.
Amazon?
Yeah.
How about I'm stocking them? I thought you were serious. I'm like, well, I bought these actually stock in the store.
You guys give me a grief brother every time I share Amazon links. You and Wes would both flip a wig. No, seriously, do a show and tell.
Oh yeah,
we've got cameras.
I got all kinds of Yak Attack stuff.
I'm going to buy another webcam. I'm going to buy another one just so we can have it on the radio stick. I don't know. We just
they don't need to look at me. I over here, I'm twitching and playing my beard.
I love it. Subex, I think that's Brendan. Where are the kayaks going to be launching from? That's back to my thing. Right there on the pier, buddy. Right there. And Sean said he picked up a kayak cover off of Amazon instead of Patuxent Adventure Center, and he likes it. So
it is what it is.
I just like to give you a little bit of grief over that. It's an inside joke. It's an inside joke. I just love to see your face light up whenever I say Amazon.
Well, there isn't many kayak covers.
I need to be careful. I've upset you a few times.
I just get on your nerves on purpose. What was I going to say?
Doesn't matter.
Well, like there's not normal kayak covers. There's cockpit covers that Seals makes that's specific to like sit in kayaks.
No, that's.
But as far as a full boat cover,
Yeah.
like there wasn't anything really other than tarp or some generic thing. And you got a weird boat like a Titan.
Do you think it would ever make sense, or does anybody consider doing the shrink wrap?
Like winterizing it?
Yeah.
I'm sure someone has. It's probably some engineer that ever thought it.
I mean, but okay, so
It probably works.
I'm not using my boat. I don't have a dry suit. I'm not risking it. I'm not going to use my boat again until the middle of March.
Mm-hmm.
And here it is in the middle of December. I got 3 months and I got to store it outside.
Yeah.
Shrink wrapping it. But that's not environmentally friendly with all that plastic.
Just buy what you're going to pay for. I might pay $120 or whatever for a native one that'll last me a long time. If something happens with it, I'll just
I was
sit
just
back.
wondering, because that keeps
give
the
me my money
critters
back.
out, that keeps everything out, but it does seal it up. So you need to make sure that boat is dry and clean inside of it before you seal it up. You might end up with a moldy mess.
It happens. Also, speaking of Brandon, since we talked about jalapeno poppers last week, was it this podcast or the bike one?
I don't know. They all run together.
Oh, man. I have been craving them, and I can't buy them anywhere down here. I can't buy jalapenos.
Why?
I went to Weiss. They had the weird bag. They didn't look good. Went to the other Weiss. Didn't have any. And then Giant yesterday, 0 jalapenos.
Oh, Brendan, you got to let us know your jalapeno hook.
They to the point where there was another guy like hunting them down. He had like 20 avocado. He was making a lot of guacamole. He had a lot. Oh, he was pissed.
There were no jalapenos?
No, and he was just he had an attitude the whole time. I saw him at the liquor store after. I was like, he's probably just drinking his jalapeno sours away.
Anything that would taste like a jalapeno.
Yeah, actually, speaking of drinking, my fortune tonight was drink to your health.
Okay, you had a fortune. I had a fortune too. I like yours better than mine. What do you say? Drink to your health.
Yeah,
which is a good thing. My fortune said, "Sing and rejoice. Fortune is smiling on you."
that's way too long.
That is way too long. It's also hard for me to say with no teeth.
Yeah, Giant.
You got a little input here. The Giant in Lusby
No, I'll go Saturday morning.
is a good spot.
They always
And
have them. I'm
Casey
surprised that.
You got to go early. There you go.
I bought everything. Cream cheese. I was actually gonna put some chorizo in the cream cheese. I got bacon. I got everything, and nothing.
Deal.
I have to get a wreck.
So next week we'll talk about tackle storage on boat. We're going to have show and tell. I really like that idea. I love that idea.
Yep.
That is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We've got this or that's this week. You want to do this or that's?
Yeah, it's almost go time if you know what I mean.
I wrote this or that's. These are all me.
Ooh.
And just like everybody,
I'm not gonna. I read the first one. I'm not gonna read the other ones.
Don't
I want to ruin it.
Everybody in the live stream that wants to play along, please play along. We'll come back and we'll get your answers because I think I got some good ones. And this comes from personal experience. So I just did a little smoker action. Wings or thighs, Joey?
Are we talking about like little wings? Like I'm gonna go to Buckets and get wings, or like
No, on your smoker.
I am a thigh man, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know. We're and when anything like this pops up into this or that, I'm talking about what you're putting on your smoker, because
Oh, I love thighs.
Okay.
They're like the best cut of meat.
I
like wings. I will say that, but it doesn't. You can't beat a thigh, in my opinion.
So if you're going for substance, the thigh.
Just everything is good about a thigh.
It's the perfect cut of meat.
You can't screw it up.
It's dark meat, so it's juicy. It's not dry.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of skin, so it's nice. You can get it nice and crunchy. Season that. I've got a whole bunch of them sitting at home. We had smoked thighs for.
Oh, remember
lunch
that
today.
you brought a bunch of thighs over and we made quesadillas.
And
out of
I
smoked
thought
thighs.
about it today. I was like, I should have brought thighs tonight, but then I'd already built up the whole Chinese food thing, so I decided not to do it.
The Chinese was good. Yeah.
But like wings, if you're going or having a party or something, although in the age of Rona we don't do that anymore, that is like the perfect finger food. But now when you do wings on your smoker, do you chop the wing into parts and discard the tip, or do you do them whole?
I've never really done wings on the smoker. I'll do thighs all day.
You need to do
I like
wings.
taking wings and putting them in the oven. I mix a little flour, a lot of cornstarch, some seasoning, and then I put them on a cookie rack. And I found that's the crispiest I can get wings without frying them, and they're so good.
So what we'll
you
do,
rotate them every 20 minutes on a cookie sheet, so you get the air circulating.
What we'll do is our smoker is we will smoke the chicken for 2 hours or whatever, put it in a cookie tray, and then bring it in the house and put it on the broiler for like 3 or 4 minutes.
And get it crispy.
There's nice and crispy
Yeah.
and crunchy on the top. So that's good. Eating, making me hungry again.
We got thigh, we got wings, we got thigh, we got wings forever, and then thighs.
Okay. Wow.
Man.
Wow. Went crazy
Boneless
again.
thighs make for the best fried chicken sandwich.
Brennan said we mix honey and cream cheese and wrap. Oh, he's talking about his jalapeno poppers.
Yeah.
Oh, he's giving you your recipe for that. Bill said thighs. Yep. Brendan said wings. Okay. Well, whatever. I could go either way with.
I'll
wings
eat
or
either.
thighs.
Like, I love both, but I do love thighs.
There's something that's got a very festive thing when they're the wings.
Yeah.
Thighs feel like dinner. But wings feel like
It's
a party.
fun.
Yeah. So I get it.
Ooh, I did my first short ribs last night on the smoker.
How'd that turn out?
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bought the cheapest bottle of red wine, too. To cook that in, it was like $7.
Oh, I was supposed to say you drink it all?
Well, I drank some. It was delicious. It was pretty good. But
Sean said thighs. Casey, wings forever. Kyle said thighs. So that's like a 50-50, I think.
wings are more fun. No, wings are fun. I think
wings
it depends,
are more fun.
Depends on my mood.
I think that's what it is. I think wings are just more fun. When it comes down to wings are more fun.
I hate chicken breasts and I hate chicken legs.
Second item on this week's This or That.
Yep.
This is a good one. The plastic bushel basket or the traditional wooden bushel basket?
I don't know. I like the plastic ones. They just feel more rugged. But there's something that feels too traditional about the regular wooden. I don't know. Just feels very Marylandish.
I think the wood's the way to go, in my opinion, because you're getting a full bushel. We don't buy a lot of crabs anymore, but when we used to buy crabs, when you would get them in the wooden bushel basket and the top of that basket was bowed, you knew that bushel was packed.
Yeah,
that was like the sign of you got yourself somebody giving you a good chunk of crab. I guess the plastic bushel baskets, they get used more for oysters. I
see all the watermen with the oysters with them.
Yeah. I was thinking about it because I've been thinking about picking up some of the plastic ones just to have down on the pier for carrying. Because carrying fish, the plastic is definitely the way to go. I don't know. Maybe that wasn't a very good this or that. I was actually more trying to figure it out. Yeah, everybody says traditional wood. Phil said wood. Casey said wood. Brendan's still trying to explain his wings answer. Let it go. Let it go, wingman.
You got to go to Buckets when it's back. Buckets wings are so good.
Oh, I know.
They're underrated.
I wish Buckets wasn't so doggone loud.
I meant taking I was talking Brandon. Yeah.
I'm old.
Yeah.
I go into
I hate going in there too.
Buckets, and it's like,
man, the wings and the pizza.
All
are so
of their
good.
food is actually really good.
It's underrated.
It's good bar food, like good bar food.
Yeah, as long as you don't get beat up while you're in there.
Okay, third item on this week's This or That: inline spinner or spinnerbait.
Like a little MEPS.
Like a MEPS inline spinner versus a spinnerbait.
What am I fishing for?
I'm just.
I gotta know. That might change my little perch. I'm going to do inline. I want a nice bass or snakehead. I'm going to go spinnerbait. Let's just say spinnerbait.
I think the inline spinner is probably the MEPS. Is a great bait for a snakehead right now.
Oh yeah, but I like my little Strike King mini spinner baits with the willow leaf.
That's why I threw that one in there because I know that was one of your favorite baits.
Yeah,
I think if I had one bait, this wasn't the answer though. This wasn't the question.
Yep.
But if I had one bait that I had to say you need to eat, you need to catch fish to eat, right? You're talking substance.
I throw minnows.
No, I'd throw an inline spinner all day. All day. I did catches fish, dude. It just catches fish. It doesn't matter the size. It catches big fish. It catches little fish. It's easy. It's like the retrieve. It's all you're doing is varying the speed. I guess the same thing can be said for a spinnerbait, but I was trying to come up with something different and interesting.
I do like my spinnerbaits.
That got no love, no responses, no engagement at all in the live stream. So
dude, everyone likes chicken.
Everybody's scratching their head going, what's he even talking about? Okay, last item on this week's This or That.
Kyle said inline spinner.
Well, yeah, because Kyle actually comes up with the good answers. What?
What are you saying?
I think my stream is behind.
Well, your computer's about to take off.
I know
It's. You said this will go off in a minute.
It hasn't gone off. I think this computer.
It sounds like
it's on its
an
last
AC
leg.
unit.
It's on its last. It's a solid state drive, and the fan is running. It's just the fan. I don't have.
You've been saying the
clue.
thing's going to die soon.
I know, but that's why you buy little cheap computers, is because then you don't have to worry about if it dies. You go, whatever, and you throw it away, and you right back. Last item, Joey. This week's this or that. Apple or Android?
Oh, that's easy. I like Apple everything.
Yeah, you're a Mac guy.
I mean,
The computer.
I don't like a little bit too much.
You won't even put oranges in your house. So
Nope.
just apples.
It's just once you get on, it's easy.
I agree.
When you have everything synced and everyone knows all the good stuff.
I'm an Apple guy too.
I did get rid of an Apple Watch and went to Garmin with it.
Well, I never did the whole smartwatch thing until the Garmin watch showed up.
I love my Garmin watch
Because
compared to my Apple.
I don't really wear watches. We've talked about this before. Hey, Maxie, what's that?
And the Navy is really close to our house.
Somebody's coming.
I
in
saw the
for
Blue
a-
Angels last Monday.
Somebody's coming in for a landing here. In your,
I know, they
in
get
front of your
close.
house.
Do you know the Blue Angels got grounded here during last Monday's weather?
No,
Yeah.
is that what that was all
I
about?
got them on a little clip above my house.
Oh, that's
Like
cool.
when I say above my house,
like they were
it
like
was too low. Like they probably broke some rules.
almost found themselves inside the.
Yeah,
the
it seemed
Joey.
like double treetops worth. Like it was like that's how I knew it was Blue Angels. Like that is way too close. And I guess they were flying. They got new planes and they were getting some flight time and were in the area. And then the weather was that really terrible rain wind.
Mhm.
So they got grounded at Pax River for a little bit.
I'm wondering with the power plant so close by, if that doesn't. Well, they can go anywhere they want. They can do anything they want. I'm an Apple guy too, but not on the computer side. I like the phones and I like the iPad. I do have an Android tablet, but literally the only thing it does is play YouTube and Netflix. It does nothing else, and not because it can't do anything else. It's just those are the only two things I use it for. That's it. That does nothing else. That's all it's used for.
I will. So I got a MacBook Pro and I've had it for like 2-3 years and it is flawless and it's not going to take off. I did have a error when I took a class, a college class last December that was like 3 weeks long.
Yeah.
I did a super mini session, and my space bar wasn't working, and I was writing papers. So I went up to the Apple store, and they were $800 repair because they pretty much ripped it apart.
Uh-huh.
It would cost me $0.
Well,
But I also I had to leave it for like 5 days, and I told the guys like 5 days right now in a 3-week semester. There's a whole semester.
Holy
so
cow.
I bought an iPad to do the rest of my work.
Yeah.
And I just bought the base $300 iPad. That does so much.
Yeah.
I bought an Apple Pen with it.
They've got a new iPad now.
Yeah, well, they're
that's supposedly the new one that just came out.
Mhm.
It's like half the price of the big iPad Pros, but
Yeah.
does everything the iPad Pro does and works with the pencil too.
Oh yeah, that's the one I.
Oh really?
Because it wasn't long ago. I guess it was.
Now, did
exactly
you
in
take it
December.
back when you didn't need it anymore?
I thought about it. It does so much stuff. I can do all the Adobe stuff. I can you name it.
Yeah.
It's awesome. There's a lot of graphic design stuff you can do on their base iPad.
My
It's like-
wife, she does a lot of stuff through Adobe on her
It's-
iPad. Yeah.
I don't know. I like it.
Yeah.
It was hard for me to find an Android.
She does the whole keyboard thing with the pen. And
That I'm an
all
idiot.
That
So
stuff.
trying to figure out. I had a Samsung for a while and
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
slow.
I don't know. The
was a
Apple
long
phone
rant.
just always works. And,
Yeah, it does.
And when I was back doing phone stuff, it was, I carried both for a long time, and I was very early in the Android days. Let's see. Phil, Android. Casey, Android. Brendan, Android. But don't be a sheep. Don't be a shit. Don't be a sheep. Don't support companies that sell monitor stands for $1,000. Hey, Brendan, a little anti-Apple over there. Kyle, I'd have to go Apple. Robert, Apple. Sean's like, oh, screw all that Apple Android stuff. I just love my Garmin
Just like my
watch.
Garmin watch. They sell a monitor stand for.
I guess. I don't know. It's not my world.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know
not a
much
huge
about it.
computer person, but I do have a 40-inch TV as my monitor upstairs.
Well,
when
I do.
edit photos.
I buy the cheapest little.
You do, and it's going to explode.
Well, but I've had this computer for 2 years. It's traveled well with me. It's SSD drive, so I don't have to worry too much about hard drives going crazy. And it cost. I think this computer cost me like $200. And look what it's doing now. It is running a massive podcast empire we're going to add a third camera. We're going to be QVC, Joey. Come on. No, actually, I don't think we can have a third camera because I don't have another USB port to use.
No, I don't have USB ports. I got micro USB.
And the camera actually
USB-Cs.
has to be direct. It can't be off of a hub. I learned that one the hard way.
So it's 4 miles from the launch to that little creek mouth.
Ooh, that's
from the Benedict. That's a little hike.
That's considerable.
That's at least 8 miles without fishing travel.
Since we're talking about tech stuff, there was something that I didn't put in the show notes that I wanted to talk about. I had a problem with my aftershocks. They literally stopped working.
Oh, yeah. Did you submit a claim?
Yeah. So I submitted, and this is what I wanted to brag on them, because it was a gift. They were a gift. My daughter got them for me, and I didn't have a receipt or anything. She actually sent me some stuff that she had gotten, and I sent that to them. But I filed the warranty, and within just a day, I had the return authorization. And then the next day, I got an email that said, "Don't send the old ones to us. They're already on their way to you. Just recycle them, please, someplace where lithium batteries are acceptable."
Nice.
I mean, really, really good customer service. And I use my aftershocks when I'm fishing.
Yeah, you use them a lot.
I use them a lot, because when you're fishing, you don't have the wires and stuff hanging around a headset. I really like them. I like them, not only for streaming music and stuff, but you have to have phone conversations or anything like that. You barely even know they're on. But this is the weird thing. So the power button stopped working on them. Mm-hmm. And so I haven't been able to turn them on or turn them off. So I just set them on the end table next to the sofa where I work with my computer. And a few days ago, I was sitting there and I was like, I couldn't get my volume to work. Well, my computer had connected to those aftershocks, and they were working. They've been working for almost a week now, and I haven't charged them or turned them on or off.
Jeez.
I think I maybe activated super battery mode or something.
Oh man, those things are gonna give us something weird in their heads.
They're gonna start humming like this computer over here in a little bit. All right. Anything else going on in the live stream before we shut this down?
Kyle said the third camera will do it.
Exactly right.
Sean said get yourself a small stream deck, but I don't know what that means.
That's complicated. I don't even know what that means. Maybe I'm sure it has something to do with
like a Babbling Brook stream. There's a fishing podcast.
I'm sure there's something that you can connect up, but anyway, that's it. Joe, you got anything else before we shut it down?
That's all she wrote.
A fun episode, maybe a little short, but I mean, come on, it's
I
December.
gotta take care of a couple things before podcast in the kitchen. So,
everybody, if you're looking to get in touch with us, Facebook.com/Angler Magazine Chesapeake, on Instagram @Chesapeake Angler. You can find me @BN Rains, although I don't check it a whole lot. Joey, where can they find you?
I'm at Joey Sikorsky24 or at Pack Paddles.
PAC, Pack Paddles. YouTube.com/Chesapeake Angler. And of course, you can read the e-magazine online at ChesapeakeAnglerMag.com. That's it, Joey. Let's shut this thing down. 29 is in the can. Thanks, everybody, for listening, and we will talk to you next week.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.
All right, we're still streaming, but
podcast off.
We're streaming, but I'm leaving.
Thank you, everybody. Joey got business to tend to. He told me that in the middle of the show. Thanks, everybody, on the live stream. Appreciate everybody with your input. Y'all be safe. Stay healthy. Feel well, buddy. Bye.